I'm going to start today by asking all of you a question. If you really stop to think about our dependence on technology in today's world, can any one of us truly say that we're free? The first time I ever watched The Matrix, written and directed by the Wachowski brothers, that was one of the first questions that I found myself asking. Throughout the entirety of the movie, the idea of freedom and our dependence on phones, TVs, computers, all of that is brought into question. And if you really think about it, it's scary, isn't it? Just imagine a world where you don't have easy access to information. A world where you can't call someone thousands of miles away on the phone with a swipe of a finger. A world where you can't go home at night and enjoy shows like American Horror Story and The Big Bang Theory. I don't know about you, but the vaguest idea of this absolutely terrifies me. And I think that that's actually one of the main points that The Matrix tries to drive home. So, beyond just telling you all about my favorite movie, I'm going to do three things in this speech. First, I'm going to tell you why I love it, why I think you all of you should watch it, and then I'm going to close on why I think it makes us question our dependence on technology. First, this movie was made in 1998, so at this point, technology was pretty much just a budding concept. We were not nearly as evolved as we are now. At any rate, back then, technology consisted of big, awkward computer monitors, extremely sad video games, and those little flip phones that I'm pretty sure nowadays nobody except the elderly uses. I realize now that might be offensive, especially to those who my age or a little younger, a little older who still use them, so if you happen to be one of those people and you're listening to this, then you have my sincerest apologies. Secondly, or at least despite all that, it offers a seemingly plausible future, perhaps not a realistic one, you know, in the sense that we're all prisoners living in a virtual dream world, but it really does make us wonder. Are we controlling the technology, or is the technology controlling us? I think another reason I liked it, and sometimes I think about it, I wonder if the directors wrote this movie wanting their viewers to not only question their existence, but also find philosophical questions that need answering. I don't know if they wanted that, but they got it in me. Maybe it's because I'm one of those people who likes to think about what they saw. Maybe that's why I like it. Although honestly, if I'm really, truly truthful with myself, it's probably because I think it has one of the best action scenes in movie history. So now I'm going to attempt to tell all of you why I think you should watch it. It has great characters, a fascinating premise, amazing action, although you should know, as I say, amazing action, keep in mind that this was made in 1998, so I guess it's amazing for its time. Still, I think by today's standard, it still holds up. As another aside, I feel I should warn you, if you are one of those people who constantly questions everything, you should know this movie is pretty much all about suspending disbelief. So if you do happen to be the kind of person who questions everything, do not watch it. Because I'm pretty sure you won't last 5 seconds, it will drive you nuts. And now that I say this, I think I need to add one more thing. Hugo Weaving. Best villain ever made for the TV, in my personal opinion. And now we come to my last point. I'm going to share with you why, at least for me, it constantly makes you question your reality, your constant dependence on technology. To begin with, the first time I saw it, I was completely terrified. I'm pretty sure for the next week I questioned my own existence. I mean, the entire human race being enslaved to machines as energy sources. If you don't find that terrifying, then I think you need to rethink your entire life. And not only that, but it does call into question this. Are we too dependent on machines? Think about your daily life. Can you really imagine a world where you can't go at night, where you can't go home at night and watch TV to keep away the stress of the day? A world where we don't have computers to look up information and make our lives easier? What about phones? How many of us could even go a couple of hours without access to a cell phone, let alone a couple of days? I can tell you for certain that my sister couldn't. For a lot of us, and I'm not about to make a blanket statement and say everyone, because realistically I know that this does not apply to everyone. It's pretty much unthinkable. So next time you research something on your computer or text someone on your phone, think about it and ask yourself, what would I do if I didn't have any of this? Even now, years after I first watched The Matrix, I still think about the director's message and the ramifications of it, and I always think about how it applies to our real daily life. While I told you why I think The Matrix is amazing, why I think everyone should watch it, the main point I want to drive home is that the movie really truly calls into question our usage of technology and what any of us, even me, would do without it. Hoping that in this speech I have convinced you, incensed you even, maybe, to watch The Matrix. I've convinced you that The Matrix is an excellent movie. Maybe not cinematic gold, but excellent. And if you do, I can promise you one thing. I guarantee that you will never think about technology in the same way ever again.